Hello, asteroid base tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Buck Rogers. Countdown to Doomsday with me, BlueAnkylo. So, in between episodes, I traveled from Earth base, whatever the name of our Earth base spaceship hangar is, and flew back to the correct, I think it's Ceres specifically, the correct asteroid. And I got into one more spaceship battle on the way, and we just did the same thing. We boarded them. It was another light cruiser, same as we fought a couple of already. Let me turn the music up just a tiny bit. If they want you guys to be able to hear it. And, so, I made a bit more money, sold some stuff, and if we look... There we go, we're at Ceres Asteroid Base. Let's just go to Ceres first. Asteroid Base will be our next mission for today. But we can look at our characters. No, we can't. Never mind. Well, it's fine. Whatever, don't worry about it. But anyway, I bought some new gear. So you'll see, as soon as I can actually check our inventory out, you can see I bought a couple new things for a couple people. And I guess we'll just have to wait a second. I thought I would just show that off at the beginning of the episode. Alright, let's go to the asteroid base and let's get this mission going. The base broadcasts. Maelstrom Rider identified. You are clear to dock in Hangar 2. A landing beacon guides you into a docking bay. Oh, I should clear the map here again. So I have done this one before we started, just in case you're wondering. I've done this map in my first test campaign. You are in the airlock of Docking Bay 2. So, just to give you a quick overview of what we've purchased, I bought some Martian tier laser pistols at one of the asteroid bases. You saw them in the last episode, I'm sure, if you remember. They're just the +1 version, so this gives us a slightly more accurate, slightly higher damage laser pistol, which is cool. Keeping in mind that a lot of weapons shoot multiple times per round. +1, I think it's +1 damage? Actually, not even 100% sure. It's definitely +1 accuracy, but I think it's +1 damage as well. Yeah, 1d8 +1. So that's +1 damage on every shot, and if you're getting 4 shots per round, that has a lot higher impact than older games, like if you're playing, well, the gold box, the Dungeons and Dragons games, where usually you, early on, like we're in the early game, +1 longsword would just be +1 damage per round, because you just get 1 attack per round. So, suffice to say, +1 makes a bigger difference when you get a lot of shots. Okay, that's clear. I don't have to explain that anymore. Hopefully you're all on board. Or off board, we just got off our ship. So other people may have got something else new. I guess there was laser pistols and laser rifles, so I bought some of those where I had money. And obviously, I didn't have enough money for everybody to get all that stuff. Fellow McGubbins looks like he got a level up. And doesn't even have a gun equipped. What am I doing? Gotta keep everyone with at least one gun equipped. Rocket pistols. Now, the rocket pistol compared to the laser pistol is... Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this up real quick. Sorry, I confused myself. The main advantage the rocket pistol has over the laser pistol is the rocket pistol does 1d10 instead of 1d8, and it gets 4 shots per round. So, it may or may not be better than a +1 laser pistol. It's hard to say. But, yeah, that's the main difference. 1 extra shot per round, higher damage range, but this one's a little bit more accurate and a little bit higher. Well, the average damage is the same, actually. It's 1 to 10 and 2 to 9. So, same kind of thing, anyway. So, that's that. So, probably the extra shot is probably better most of the time. If we find +1, or Martian, that is to say, rocket pistols, we'll definitely use those. Anyway, like I said, some people have a couple choices. I do want to spread around my different choices of damage as well, so laser pistols will work in different scenarios where smart bullets will not. And as we get further into the game and I can afford more stuff, I'll try to make sure we've got like heat guns and needle guns and all that kind of stuff to mix and match. Anyway, sorry for taking all that time there. Hopefully you're ready to go. So let's head on into the asteroid base. It's a RAM base. A RAM official is waiting for you. Thank God you're back. We have a bio-emergency on our hands. Some children triggered the release system. Now remember, we stole the spaceship we're currently in, the rocket ship, from the RAM. So they saw our ship, like ID, and just assumed we were RAM personnel. Wait, where is Dr. Williams? Time for the bluff. Oh, I'm sorry about Dr. Williams. You must be some of Talon's people. Go right, then straight down the corridor to the elevator. I must oversee the evacuation. I guess Alec must have the highest bluff skill because he's the one that passed the check. And I believe that's correct because he's our, I think I was the one that gave him, well, he's definitely got fast talk. I thought there was a skill for bluff as well, specifically. I wonder if that just counts as fast talk. But he's got 43 points in it, so he's the one that managed to talk us through. I think I was planning on... Yeah, I was going to have Pixel learn it as well, but he's a long way behind for now. I haven't really invested in it. So for now, we'll let Alec do the fast talking, seeing as he's already proved himself. Now, this area, if you're playing along, is very difficult to map. He said turn right, and if we listen to the advice here, they'll keep us in the right path. But notice on the Gold Box Companion map, it's not connected nicely. Soldiers salute you as you approach. The director said you were coming. Keep to the corridor, left at the T to the elevator. Alright, that's a left. That's not a T. A speaker blares. Elevator demolition to proceed on schedule. Now you can check these rooms. Most of them will be empty. And I'm not going to waste the time to explore every one, but just to let you know, this is a pretty large space station. Code red evacuation in progress. So this is a T. They said left at the T, but there's no left, you know. So let's just keep going. Let's see if I can guess. Oh, man. This is a four-way split. I'm probably lost already. Just going straight for now. Uh-oh. I don't know where I am. Those who do not obey evacuation orders will be abandoned. Class B housing. I think I've gotten mixed up. A long-abandoned tech's room. Like, there's a lot of little rooms here. You can check them all. The flashing of a small noteboard catches your eye. It reads, Dad, I have class at the Jenny Labs. Back soonists. Elevator demolition to proceed on schedule. I'm trying to give this an honest attempt before I show you the map. But, look how it repeats. These are not rooms I've previously explored. This is just the same corridor repeated. But if you keep track of the coordinates there on the, you know, these coordinates here, you'll see that we are continuing to progress further south into the base, basically. But I have a feeling I broke from the main curve. Oh, maybe not. A guard says, turn left on the elevator. A squad is still on duty. Maybe I'm going the right way. Turn left anyway. A barricade is manned by tense warriors. You must be the specialists. We'll be moving out soon, so best of luck. As soon as you're down, we'll demo the shaft. Ha! At least they give us some explosives and a rope. Let's give Kiara the poison antidotes. Pixel can hold on to the rope for now. Who's my demolitionist? Probably my my engineer, right? Ace? Skills. Yeah, he's got demolition, so if someone's gonna do demo, it's gonna be him. So let's have him take the demo charges, and he might as well have the grenade too. So this is the elevator. Okay, as soon as we go through there, they'll blow it up. And I just want to show you kind of the base that we just walked through, just to give you an idea of how easy it is to get lost. So, in our clue book, this is level 1 of the asteroid base. We came in one of these docking bays at the top. I think number 3, maybe? And we could have gone all over the place. Let's see if it says where we come in. D 1 through 4, and then elevators 1 through 4. The team ship is in Bay 2, so we started here. Didn't really select properly. But yeah, we started over here anyway. And then, I guess you can go to any elevator first, but then after they blow up the elevator behind us, only elevator 3 will work. So note that this one's over here. That's the only way in and out of level 2, which, you know, we'll talk about later on, once the elevators have been blown up. So, elevator 2, elevator 3. Is there a 1 and a 4 in here somewhere? Or do they just connect up down here? Yeah, okay. There's just 2 elevator shafts then. Simple enough. Simple enough. But look at how many events we've missed, basically. I could go back and say, hey, there's something back here. The main communication room. We're at elevator 2. If I go forward here, I can get to event 15, which is poisoned worker Jennies. You know, I'll continue with the quest as it is for now, but I will come back and I'll try to explore this a little bit more thoroughly on our way out. It's just, it's huge, and trying to map this out on your own is, well, you need a pretty big book to write it all in, basically, and you can't use Gold Box Companion so much. Anyway, let's head on down. Again, I need to clear this map because technically I've never been here before on this save. Shortly after you descend, explosions rip through the shaft. This elevator is now out of service. Thanks. Welcome to floor 2. There's only 2 floors, but this one's as big as the other one. A sapper team was overwhelmed here by hyper Jennies. Yay! We get loot! At least we get demo charges, right? So we can continue west, or we could go east. Uh-oh, it's Doc! I have penetrated some sections of the base computer. More information presently, but I can only transmit. So he will give us some tips to try to help us out. Anyway, a ram warrior staggers towards you. His armor is shredded. He collapses before you and gasps, "Unable to retrieve children, sir. Was able to isolate them in Jenny Dev Lab 3. Rescue them!" Ugh. He's dead. Now, I tried the first time I came here to find Jenny Lab 3 without cheating. I obviously never went directly east from the elevator, because this looks like where I should have gone. But I got hopelessly lost here the first time I tried. And I'm just telling you that you might want to use the clue book or a map you find on Google or something. Anyway, let's try to demo charge this door to save a lot of time. Hey, we blew it up! Congratulations! Ace gets a level up for blowing up a door. Kids poke their heads out of the nearby doors. One comes up and states, seriously, "I'm Milo Phillips Jr. Thank you for coming to our aid." Another child whispers, "You hear the word DNA." Milo smiles. "Ignore Jim. He wants me to see if you know the password, which is totally not DNA. The elevator to the east is our evacuation route. Let's go." Well, maybe if we just keep going east, this is a very easy map. Somehow I doubt it, but let's keep looking. There is a couple events you can have happen if you have children with you, which they're currently a group of children following us. And I think there's a couple events you can trigger with them behind you. Now, if you want to remember, there's some coordinates to check out. 2015, 4555, and 2055. I'll never remember, but write them down in your notes. Anyway, we're rescuing some ram children, so clearly we're the good guys. Jim whispers, "I bet you're neo-spies that have come to steal the computer info." That's okay, I don't like Milo, or his dad much. The computers are in the north section. I wonder if we could follow the kids' directions. I know the kids will help lead us to an elevator and escape, and I kind of want to get rid of them. One of the Jenny development sections has been isolated. You might investigate. Bam! We found the other elevator. So looks like it's really easy. Just go straight east, and you got the other elevator. Look at that. Now we're back on the first floor. And we are not anywhere near the other elevator we took. So, I mean, at least I know where they are. I would like to, like, finish floor 2. To be fair, I don't really know where I'm going already. So let's show you guys level 2 of the base. We started here, I ran straight through the middle, and now we're over here. There's stuff to do at the end of the hallway if I keep going east, and there's stuff to do if I go south from there. Also, if I go all the way back west and down. And there's a bunch of stuff to do up here. Luckily, this floor mostly is like loops. So as long as you don't get stuck down in these little side corridors, you can mostly just go around in a circle. But if you've never seen this map, you have no idea where you're going because it just keeps turning and spinning around. But once you've seen this map, I find it's not too hard to figure out where you're going. So I highly recommend, you know, checking this kind of thing out. So anyway, we are over here. I'm going to go all the way to the east, check out that, and then I'm going to go south. And then I'm going to work my way up, try to catch these event rooms if I can. Luckily, we haven't seen any nasty enemies yet. Alright, so let's keep going east. There are the remains of 50 large crates marked from DLSAT-1 to DLSAT-50. Shattered mirrors are scattered about. The evacuees destroyed what they couldn't take. So probably nothing to do here, but let's go into look mode. I guess there's no search modes. Just move and then look. I don't know if there's anything we can find in here. I guess if they spend 10 minutes looking every time. I guess they destroyed everything pretty well. Alright. So from this split, we're going to go south first, because it should lead us to a dead end. Really lucky with the encounter rates, though, I gotta say. Trust me, there's enemies around. Also, one thing, if you're playing oh, sorry, I forgot about it. You didn't miss anything. Seriously. I gotta keep an eye on that other monitor. But, all I've done is gone south and then west. It's very important that if you do get into an encounter, you remember which direction in the hallway you were traveling. Because it's very easy to be traveling west, moving to here, get into combat, and then walk out and be like, uh-oh, which way was I going? I don't really know if it was this way or this way. And then you'll start going backwards and around in circles. Milo steps up to a large mirror which dominates the room. He clears his throat. Fellow students and talented warriors, since my father is not here, I feel like I should make a speech. This reflects the end of Neo-inspired anarchy. Coupled with the bravery I have witnessed today, I believe that RAM is destined for still greater achievements. Thank you all. Jim looks over at you and rolls his eyes. So, like, you can drop the kids off, but you get more cool dialogue if you keep them around. Maybe we can feed them to Jennies. Like this one. Killer Jennies, go! Alright, team. At least, I don't think there's 0 G checks here, so at least we're on, like, a large enough asteroid that has gravity. So what have we got? We've got hyper crabs and hyper snakes. There's at least 3 types of Jennies in here, I believe. These are snakes and crabs. That's pretty fun. Let's look up what those are, and I'll try to remember not to leave this manual open. I promise. So, hyper snakes and hyper crabs. Let's see what it says here. The hyper crab. The Hyper Series Jennies are products of the RAM Military Bioengineering Laboratories. The Hyper Crab Jenny is not exceptionally bright, but it is fairly fast and possesses a tough armor exoskeleton. And then a hyper... oh, there might be scorpions. Hyper Snake. Sorry to spoil it. The Hyper Series Jenny is a blindingly fast and can avoid most smart shell rounds. Don't use rocket guns. As well as being immune to dazzle grenades and microwave weapons. So no microwave guns, no rocket pistols. And then sometimes in the clue book there's even more information, which I feel like I may as well double check. Hyper Crab, no immunities. Hyper Snake, immune to dazzle, microwave, smart shells, and stun. And they're fast. Alright, there you go. We learned all we need to learn about them. Let's fight. If only we had a rocket launcher. Alright, Pixel, you're up. Go slice some snakes, because they're fast. You didn't kill it, though. Now we're going to keep Ace a little bit further back. I'm going to try and finish that snake off. There we go. Alright, so rocket pistols are fine against crabs. But we should probably be using those Martian laser pistols against the snakes. Like Fellow McGubbins and his Martian laser pistol. Let's shoot a snake. It hit 2 out of 3 at least. Now, of course, needle guns work on basically everything. So it's a good idea to bring lots of those. I didn't buy everyone a needle gun because, well, from what I hear, they're a little bit overpowered. So let's switch over from rocket pistol. I wasn't actually sure, but I figured buying the +1 laser pistol would be a good idea. It turns out there's also enemies down here that are basically immune to rocket pistols, so it's even better to bring, or I don't know if they're immune, but they're at least resistant to them. Don't know if anyone's ready for a back attack. We can try, though. Or a backstab. No. Now, I think the snakes hit harder than the crabs, so you want to focus the snakes down first. I think. Now, technically, I haven't really tried this off yet, but we could always switch out to mono swords with the people that I bought them for. And do backstabs. It's not particularly difficult to do backstabs in this game. So, there you go. Lots of really good healing there. That's nice. And we got Alex's first backstab, which, in case you're wondering, does require a certain amount of hide in shadows, or sorry, move silently. And I guess 49 is high enough to be sneaky enough to get past a hyper crab. So good, that's good to know. Unfortunately, with only 17 strength, the mono sword is not doing a ton of bonus damage. You can see there 1d10 plus 1 compared to Pixel's mighty 1d10 plus 9. That's pretty good. But still, the backstab damage does add up pretty quick, and it's pretty. I think there's a bonus chance to hit on back attacks and backstabs. So the poor Thaco is helped by you know, I guess the pistol Thaco with high dexterity is better, but anyway, it's one of the reasons why Desert Runner Warriors are so strong. Anyway, where were we going? Probably this direction, right? Luckily the map hasn't filled in too much. That's how easy it is to forget which direction you're going. Reflectors fill the room. They appear suited for complex targeting systems. A keycard for Milo Phillips lies partway under a box. Well, Milo, it's mine now. Don't you complain. The only elevator shaft. Yeah, I already found it. We look at these? No. Usually, you don't need to use the look command, in my experience. Look is only for, like, finding extra treasure once in a blue moon. 90% of the time, it does literally nothing. So this section of floor 2, I can say, is pretty much explored. The hyper series of Jennies are failed attempts at creating the ECGs we met on our ship. So these should be weaker than the super evolution Jennies, whatever you want to call them. And then if we go up this way a little bit, this is the split. So west now will take us to elevator. East is a dead end. North should bring us up sort of around a long loop to the rest of the section 2, which is where we want to go. Jim mentions the east-west corridor has the elevators on it. There are some neat labs to the south, which is where we just went. Thanks, Jim. A satellite was built here. Okay. Okay, just remember, Blue, I'm heading north. The lab contains a partially constructed satellite designed to reflect a large, powerful laser beam. When no one is listening, Jim says, "Some guy with daggers in his arm is supposed to get these. Milo's dad is afraid of him." Daggers in his arm? Sounds crazy. Also, I wonder what kind of Doom weapon for a use on some day is being built here. I have a report of an administrator's lost pass card. That's probably what we picked up. We're one step ahead of Doc OS so far. Alright, so now we went all the way to the north and headed west. Research Lab 4. The game does label all these sections, but it's very easy to lose track, I find. Because I don't know how they connect up. Anyway, let's go kill some more Jennies. What do we got? We've got a Hyper Snake and a Hyper Scorp. And I guess we should at least read about the Hyper Scorp now. So, in the logbook, a Hyper Scorpion is a tough armor exoskeleton and a dangerous poison stinger. So maybe melee is not the best solution. And then the clue book says... Hyper Scorp. No immunities, but their sting can cause death. So if you haven't invested your medic into cure poison or whatever it's called yet, you might have a bit of a bad time. Anyway, let's go kill that Hyper Scorp. Good luck, fella. I heard you like fighting alien scorpions. Probably. At least you hit it once. Thank you, Oodaloop. You saved the day. Now we just gotta kill some snakes. Alright, I think we've got a backstab lined up here. Bam. And, this snake's gonna be dead in no time. Alright, well, when there's only 3, it's not so bad. Getting a little bit of experience here. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. Just keep heading west for now is the main goal. There should be a connector to go north before too long. Guess I could check this console out. Unfortunately, nothing. Alright, we'll kill some more Jennies. Remember, I'm heading west. Uh-oh. So this is a little bit more dangerous. There's like 4 deadly scorpions today. Yeah. So my goal here is primarily to keep Kiara away from them. Because she's the only one that can kind of deal with being poisoned to death. Don't worry, fella. You'll probably be fine. Kind of want to keep Oodaloop and Pixel up front. And Kiara's going to just take shots from back here, I think. There's no need to go adjacent specifically. And luckily there's no, like, zone of control like there was in Dungeons & Dragons, where moving around a melee unit gives attacks of opportunity. You don't have to worry about that. So we failed our backstab there. That's probably a sign that we did not move silently enough. I think that should have been a backstab. We'll just shoot that one. Failed the tactics roll to get bonus accuracy, I think. Unfortunately, some of the dialogue goes by rather quick. It's easy to miss. Alright, backstab. Oh, we did not get a backstab this turn either. Anyway, now that the scorpions are dead. Unfortunately, switching to auto immediately switched back to the rocket pistol. Which is not what I wanted. Oops. Alright, Oodaloop's healed up. So far, no one has died to deadly poison. Good sign. Okay, we're heading west. Just checking these rooms. I could probably just look at my cheat map and save myself a little bit of time, but, you know, I'm trying to play this as though you were playing it for real. If you're playing it for real, you'd probably check out all of those consoles and find out that... Just to give you guys an update on where we are. That was the first dungeon that I didn't use the map on. And then the second dungeon. So we started here. We went all the way over here and then down and then up and over. I think we're in the middle of these right now. And it looks like there's no events here. So I should probably just ignore them. Head to the little 4 here and then head north. Because there's nothing else. Although there is an event over here. But I'm gonna head up to these first. And just to save time for the episode. There we go. So this is our loop. What was south? Just let me check real quick. South will just loop back down to the elevator corridor. So we don't want to go there. There is something to the west, but we're going north first. which is the computer labs, and these are all working computer labs, and I don't think... As you head towards the computer, Jim winks at you and distracts the other kids. When you activate a computer, it says, insert keycard and give this week's passcode. I guess we could try reprogramming it, but we do have the keycard. Let's let fella try to reprogram it. Aw, you failed me. Can you try again? Oh no, you've tried once, you're not allowed to do it ever again. Luckily we've got the keycard. I think the kids told us the password. Greetings, Milo. You have a message waiting. The computer displays a letter on the holoscreen, and you record the message as logbook 39. There we go. Getting some new stuff. This stuff, I'm pretty sure you can do without the kids, but you'd have to figure out the password other ways. Well, yeah, I'm sure you could find something else if you look around. Letter to Asteroid Base Commander. Milo. I've received message of the 13th referencing Earthbound ship. We have had no contact either, but with SOP of radio silence, there is no immediate concern. Satellites. A rogue pirate, designation Talon, is en route to your position. He will conduct transport to Earth orbital vicinity. My operation is nearing cleanup stage. Termination of non-essentials will commence on schedule. Expect minimal resistance. Max Wyman, Commander, Venus Expeditionary Force. Addendum. The new ship codes are attached to this message. So, this is actually looks like quite an important message we found. You transmit the info to Scott.DOS, and he states, we found everything we needed here. Just like that. That's all we needed. We could leave. So all you gotta do is get the key card, figure out the password, and go to a computer console, and this is done. But there's lots of other stuff for us to look at. Jim whispers, it's neat watching spies. You must be as good as Buck Rogers. That guy Milo is always bad-mouthing. At least we've got one fan. So, uh-oh. I was gonna say, there's probably a lot of computer rooms along here, but let's go kill some more Jennies. Alright, that's medium range, so they're a little bit too far away. We gotta move a little bit closer here. Alright, 13 is still close. Let's try to take the deadly scorpions out first. Was it miss? That's like... That's not just one miss, that's like 4 misses or 3 misses or something. I think it takes a couple extra movement points to take it over obstacles like computers and stuff. So if you're wondering why some of people's movement goes down a little bit oddly, the moves left, that's probably all it is. Now this scorpion is probably guarding, so I'm gonna instead guard as well, instead of letting them get a free attack. And try to kill it with someone else. There we go, perfect. And then we'll also go on guard, so as soon as something moves into short range, we'll get a free shot. And miss anyway. But the sword hit, it sort of worked. Alright, I really think... Well, we can use the rocket pistol, it's fine. I was gonna say, I really think the laser pistol is probably better, but... Excellent, so the crabs are protecting us from the hyperscorp. That was some really good damage there. Those were all really high damage hits. Hypersnake is kind of immune to the rockets, so we'll ignore that. Alright, that was a good turn. Double kill there. I like that. Alright. I was hoping for a backstab, but no need. Alright, the team is doing really well here. So, anyway, there are more working computer labs, but let's just head all the way north. This mission has gone way better than I was expecting. I know I looked at the map to kind of cheat a little bit, but honestly, I didn't get too lost, and the encounter rate was not even that bad. So far. Alright, there's a whole bunch of hyperscorps. Guard. We might be able to kill a couple with bullets first. Hey, at least we killed one! Out of guarding, though. So now Pixel needs to do some actual dodging. Not bad. Killed 2. See if we can get one lucky on the third one. Not so lucky. Oh no, Pixel! Alright, well, you knew it was bound to happen eventually. Ace, get in there! Gotta kill that Hyperscorp. Alright, we should be good now. The Hyper Snakes can't do anything like that. I tried to kill the Scorps quick enough, but... Oh, good, I used the rocket pistol, didn't I? 0 damage. Okay, so... I'm not 100% sure how Cure Poisoning works yet. It does give you the option to use antidotes. I think there's a chance to treat it without using the antidote, but the antidote makes it, like, automatic. And seeing as we've got lots of poison antidotes, it's probably fine to use them for now. I'm curious if I select no, he still might get healed or not, or does the check to heal him with skill happen before they let you use the antidote? I don't actually know the answer to that just yet. But, you can kind of see how the game breaks down treating wounds like stun or poison first, and then handles the healing, so that's that. And just for reference, Kiara is only 36 points in treat poisoning, so whatever that means, I don't know what the odds are. Never tell me those. I believe we're at the northernmost point of the base now. A sapper team was overwhelmed here by hypergenies, which means more demolition charges. At the very least, they're probably worth something to sell. So there's a couple elevators up here. Unfortunately, they've all been blown up. And now we're going to be coming down the other side of the northernmost part of the base. This is a large group here. Alright. This is more than I was expecting, to be honest. And we're not getting a lot of kills here on round 1. Alright, that's 1 deadly scorpion down. Come on, dodge! Dodge, people! Alright, so far, so not dead. Think we can get a backstab? Not a backstab. It was worth a shot. That was lucky we didn't get hit there. Back attack at least. And I'm not really doing a lot of back attack setups right now, but priority is just killing scorpions, basically. We can definitely heal a little bit of damage. It's the poisoning that's a little bit more troubling. Alright, I think we're good now. Might take a couple hits, but that's fine. Let's switch out of rocket pistol to laser pistol. And just laser kick these snakes. Or use our swords to fling laser beams. You know, whatever works. Alright. Pixel is taking a few hits here. He's not dodging as much as he needs to dodge. I might have to pull him back next round, try to keep him alive. Although we're making good progress. Well, if I put them down here, not too many of them, like, you can't get surrounded the same, right? I think the enemies will usually attack someone adjacent to them as well. So you put someone nearby, and that'll distract them from attacking your weak characters. So that's the idea. Yeah, backstab. Alright, lots of good healing there. You can see that 38 HP heal on Pixel. That's got to be a treat critical wounds, and that's why we pumped that up so early for Kiara. The other ones that are lower numbers are probably cure light wounds or cure medium or whatever, so it's good to know. Alright, so we've done the northern loop. We're heading back south. I think there's more computer labs along this. Again, if you needed to find a working lab, there you go. We'll fight some more Jennies on the way by. Or a couple more hypers. A couple more scorps, couple more crabs. That was a good round. Really good. And, you know, as we get some level ups, our Thaco and our accuracy will get a bit better. Luckily, we didn't get poisoned and killed from that attack. Although, Alec did get hit by it. I don't know what the odds are of being poisoned by Hyperscorps, but I imagine there's a saving throw like a normal Dungeons & Dragons game. Could have gone for a backstab probably, but... Alright. Looking good. And just keep heading south for a minute. Okay, we've got to another loop. So from here, what do I want to do? We are... Last time we were over here, then we went all the way up, finished our mission, went past the destroyed elevators, headed south. So we're right here at the moment. I'd like to check what this 14 is. So we're going to go east, and then third door on the left, and then back west. And then we're going to go south, and then 2 doors in, I'm going to check those. And then we're going to head this way, check those, and the last little section down here. And that should cover pretty much everything on the second floor. And that way we can get this whole mission done in one episode. One long episode, but still. So, south first. Yes, we already know about that, Jim, thanks. Jenny Development Lab number 1. So, second door, I said, or maybe? This lab has a number of rabbit Jennies in cages here. Jim rushes forward, stating, "If we're escaping, then so are the bunnies." Hyper Jennies crawl from behind the cages. Oh, do we have to rescue him? Comes here to rescue his bunny rabbits. Backstab! No backstab! Aw. Alec, how would you like to try backstab today? I didn't see how much damage you did, but it was a backstab. At least you got that. Also, because all of your guns use ammunition, it's nice to have a backup sword that doesn't actually use ammunition in case you get into a really tight pinch. Alright, backstab? Yeah, 20 damage. Double backstab, 38 damage! That's the best! You only get 2 attacks per round, so double backstab's perfect. I guess if you're playing Gold Box, like a Dungeons & Dragons Gold Box game, technically you could be hasted and get 4 attacks per round and get 4 backstabs. That'd be pretty crazy, though. Anyway, the children applaud your daring. Jim frees the rabbit and smiles. Knew you could do it. You've got the right stuff. And we get some bonus experience for it. This is the real reason we brought the kids around. Bonus XP. Alright, well they think we're right Buck Rogers at this point. Alright, so we headed south. I was also going to go east 2 or 3 rooms, I believe. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me just double check. I think I said I was going to go... I did it wrong. I was going to go east first and then south. I went south first. Oops. I should have checked the room across from the bunnies. So back south. And that was the bunny room. This was the other one. A notebook in this lab contains the following information. Hyper Crab, superior armor. Hyper Snake, superior speed. Hyper Scorp, deadly poison. Well, I guess we've already sort of learned that. Alright, fella. Superior armor, what do you think? No. Deadly poison comes first. No. Good damage rolls, though. That's what I like. We use OODA Loop here for a body shield. It also kind of locks the Scorpion in, which is what I was hoping for. Kill it with fire. I wish we had flamethrowers. The heat gun is basically a flamethrower. Sorry, Alec, your backstabbing days are over for the moment. I need long-range Scorpion destruction. There you go. So yeah, fortunately these battles haven't been super difficult for us. You know, it's still early game. It could be, I'm sure it'll get more difficult as we get further along. And I did make pretty powerful characters, so that's part of it, obviously. I guess if you didn't put as many points into dexterity, you'd probably find yourself with a worse THAC0 and a worse armor class. Definitely maxing out your dexterity on your character generation is my recommendation. The other stats probably don't matter nearly as much, other than maybe strength for anyone who you want to use melee with. Alright, so we saved the bunnies, we saw the little log, now we head back north to the split again. This time I go east like I meant, and I think it's second or third on the left. Third it is. Boxes with the shipping label of Gradivis Mons line the floor. Jim slips up to you, looks carefully around, and whispers, "That's the dusty old Martian base. Bobby had to go there a few weeks ago." So, Gaddison or Madison Square Garden? I don't know. Point is, our characters are learning all sorts of things about the RAM, all sorts of things about the RAM operation. Okay, so with those two directions covered, we're going west to the the most western section of the asteroid station. Man, easy for me to say. We got hyper snakes again. Tend to seem to like to go after them first. Mostly just because they're a little bit easier to kill. I think they do more damage than the crabs. And they're just not as tanky. Well, if you're looking, like, I mean, I haven't really pointed it out, but if you're noticing, the hyper crabs have an armor class of 3, which means most of my characters have a THAC0 of like 15 or so. So that would be -3, which is 12. So on a 20-sided dice, we have to roll a 12 or higher to hit. That's less than 50% of the time. Versus Hyper Snake is an AC of 8. So if, say, if you had a THAC0 of 15, that would turn into a 7. And rolling a 7 out of 20 is considerably more likely. So it's easier to hit them. Oops. And of course, if you can get back attacks, I'm sure that just helps the odds. Like I would say, when we're getting back attacks, we aren't missing very often. It's much more likely to get 4 out of 4 on a back attack. So I feel like it's got to be at least +4 or so, or +5 maybe, to your chance to hit. Because it seems like it's significantly better when you're doing a back attack. Anyway, all the way west was the plan, right? Let me just check my map here, see if I'm missing anything. So we were going all the way west, and then south, 2 doors on the right, and then door on the left. That's the plan. Just to save some time, but still fully explore the area, basically. All the way west. Now south, 2 doors, Jenny Lab number 2 in case you... Oh, sorry again. It wasn't very long. I just headed west and then south. Luckily, you saw the real map anyway. So this is the first door. Jennies are exploring this lab, poking claws into everything. Well, of course we kill them. You never know when there's going to be quest experience, right? Nice hit, but we only hit once. Laser swords. Alright, we should be able to get... Unfortunately, the Scorp got a turn right after the chance. I was hoping to get some back attacks on it. But I think because it just had its action... Yeah. Turns facing as soon as you... Sort of resets, you know? Can't get any further, unfortunately. Hey, we killed it! Good job, fella! And get another turn right away. And you notice some of our ammunition is starting to get a little bit lower. That's one of the downsides of the needle gun, is you definitely run out of ammo through it a lot quicker. A little bit of healing, a little bit of experience. A cheer goes up from the kids. Jim shakes your hand and slips a card into it. He whispers, "Thought this might help." It's the personal ID card for Administrator Milo Phillips. Look at this. There's 2 ways to get the ID card. Now we've got 2 of them. And we get some bonus XP. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's hard to say exactly how much, but you could have checked pixels before and after. I imagine we probably got like 500 or something experience. Okay, so then it was more south and next door on the east. There are blueprints of the Jenny containment canister showing it equipped with a transceiver. A small homemade radio sits nearby. One of the kids sheepishly admits that her radio opened the canisters. But it was an accident, really. So that's what set off this entire emergency. Terrible children. Alright, so I believe that's all for that section of the ship. We've traveled here and then down. We're currently at this one. We want to check out the little southwestern corner. And then I need to go back up through the middle area and head back to the elevator shaft. Sure, it's been 50 minutes. I probably won't make it out in 9 minutes either, so we're just going to have to go over an hour today. And I didn't forget this time, don't worry. What was that? Wait a second. Laser Development Labs. That sounds important. Looks like no deadly scorpions, at least. I feel like as long as there's no scorpions, it's not too bad. No backstab. Shucks. It's actually kind of more difficult with the enemies in a corner like this, because it's much more difficult to set up back attacks and backstabs when they're all... I guess if we had, like, area of effects, more rockets or grenades or something, this would be a good chance for those, but... For now, anyway, that's not really an option. Quicken. Microwave gun! Crazy! Alright, let's keep going. East, and there should be something in a couple of these rooms. A notepad contains information on a new powerful laser and the letters DNA. So yeah, there's a couple ways to get the password. If Fella was just better at hacking, then we would have been fine. Alright, more killer Jennies. Okay, I'm okay with killing them. Once everyone's got a level up's worth of experience, maybe I'll hide a little bit more. Good shot. No, OODA loop! Microwave gun. Fry it! There we go. Let's see what that projectile looks like. Kinda neat. I guess that's one of the downsides of me using kind of lazy man melee attacks. You don't get to see the projectiles as much. Oh. Sorry, fella. Alright, fella's getting the snot kicked out of him here. Let's rescue him if we can. Oh! Apparently the Hyper Snake's completely immune to microwave guns. Right, I should have known that. Uh-oh. taking a lot of damage here. Alright, Alec. Let's see if we can maybe speed this up with backstab. No backstabs here. Anything almost dead? Nothing dead at all. Alright. Well, microwaves, you can microwave crabs. I'm pretty sure that works. You just throw them in the microwave for a couple minutes and they're pretty much cooked. I'm gonna keep fella away from the crab. These crabs don't want to get cooked. Alec will be fine, though. Right, not a backstab because the crab got a turn in between. Should have known. Oh, it's fleeing in panic! Wait, you're our dinner! Ha ha ha! Roast crabs back on the menu. I mean, it's not really roast, it's microwaved. It's probably not very tasty, to be honest. Or maybe it's hyper tasty. Alright, let's just use another antidote. We didn't fully heal everybody, but everyone's at reasonably good HP now. Alright, so let's just double check here. How is Kiara doing on these antidotes? Oh yeah, we got lots of poison antidotes left. I'll just keep using them for now. Once we're down to like maybe less than 10, I'll consider not using one to see what happens, but for now we're fine. Alright, we're heading east. And I'm checking for extra event rooms on the way. You're in a laser development lab. Papers scattered about. You find parts of a schematic for a laser that is 1,000 times more powerful than any normal laser. The schematics mention a tiny prototype in this base. The laser would require enormous power and very precise lenses. Hey, more experience, maybe. Maybe we got another couple hundred experience for that. We're gonna learn everything we can about this base. An unusual laser dominates the room. When turned on, a blinding light lashes out and shatters the rock wall. The laser is tremendously powerful for its size. Take it with us. Alright, I think that's all there is to look down here. We're at number 9, so we're just gonna head this way and head to the elevator. And we will try to escape the base fairly quickly at this point. Just to save episode, basically. So let's try some hiding. A kid bites back a gasp of fear, but too late, you're spotted. Wow, I figured it was worth a shot. Uh-oh, there's a lot of poisonous hyper scorpions. I guess these were so far away, we could have tried to kill them from range. That might have been smart, Blue. Hey, at least we're microwaving some scorpions, right? I don't know what scorpion tastes like. I'm gonna guess chicken, but honestly, I got no idea. Ah, we made it. Oh, we missed one. Dang. Pixel. Alright, Alec, you gotta kill that rad scorpion before it has a chance to poison Pixel here. So, switch back to the laser. Dang it! Like 3 misses in a row. Terrible. Alright, don't use... Lots of good hits, but none of them did any damage. Fine. Let's use Pixel to try to kill the snake here. Fella's in good shape. For now. Was in good shape. Briefly. Alright. I keep forgetting. I gotta switch that gun out. Alright, and one more backstab for good measure. Yeah. pretty good amount of healing. Unfortunately, OODA Loop's still not quite topped up. Alright, let's keep going. Speed. Alright, to the east. All the way to the east. Go, 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 go. Time to move. Move it, grunts. Somewhere around here. Yeah, alright. So, floor 1. Let's just have a quick look where we are and what I want to do on floor 1 before we leave. There's definitely a few things we should do. So we're over here. I could go to the west to see what this is, and then to the east. And then we don't have a choice but to go up north along here. I think the kids want to get picked up in bay number 3 or something like that. But I'd like to... I think one of these rooms has someone else we can pick up as well. So to get into this middle area, we'll have to go up, over, and then down. So... yeah. West, east, north, and then I'll have to look at the map again. Alright. West. Poisoned workers sprawl around the room. A few gasp weakly. Milo looks on disdainfully. Jim whispers, "Anything you can do for him?" Well, of course we try to heal some. Kiara succeeds at reviving the worker Jennies. Milo says, "Since you salvaged these assets, let's take them on the evac ship." Jim whispers, "Thanks a lot. I don't like anyone dying." Congratulations, Kiara, you got some XP. Almost everyone has got some bonus quest experience so far. That's pretty cool. So there shouldn't be anything else at this corner. Just empty storage and everything. That's good. So now we head all the way to the east past the elevator. And find some equipment. Yeah. So... some grenades, ECM. So this is something you can equip, and then some grenades for us to throw. For now, I'm going to give the grenades to Ace, although I'll probably rearrange these at some point. And the ECM package, well, OODA Loop seems to be taking the most damage at the moment, so I'll give it to him. Not that it will help him in this dungeon, but that, I believe, gives us some amount of protection from enemy smart shells, so rocket pistols, rocket rifles, stuff like that. I don't know how much, but I assume it's some sort of AC bonus. Maybe not a ton, but something. Alright. So that was the eastern section. I don't think there's anything up yet. So then we go back to the split, and we go north. A cart has spilled here. Ooh. Hey, more poison antidotes. Aerosol mist grenades. Those are the ones that like stop laser shots, I believe. I'll give those to Kiara as well. I'll probably use like Pixel and OODA Loop because they're warriors. They will have generally the best chance to hit with melee or ranged weapons because they're going to be more accurate with their weapon specializations. And the other characters who are less combat focused are probably more likely my support grenaders. Although, again, it's still early and I haven't really decided how I'm going to deal with all that stuff yet. But I'll try to work it out as we go along. Let me see on the map where we are. So this is section here. There is something at room 13. So one hallway and then first one on the left. And I feel like this is a lot quicker than checking every single one out. A lot less likely for me to get lost. An elderly man points a small pistol at you. He drops it as Jim rushes forward and yells, "Grandpa!" Wiping away a tear, he says, "Thanks for saving Jim. When Milo Sr. said it was time to go, I slipped out to wait for the kids." Oh, this is the old man, right? "Let's go. I'll follow." So we've got a bunch of workers, some kids, some rabbits, an old man. We're really busy just rescuing everyone. Alright, this is the split. So let me just have another quick look. Nothing to the east. Probably nothing to the north. Number 10 is... just the kids tell us where to go, so that's the way out. We'll get there eventually. Let's head west and first room to the right, and then keep going to that split. Yeah, 10 is just the kids telling you where to go. But I want to check out number 9 and number 2. And then we'll probably head down that way. Because there's stuff over there. Gotta get all the stuff, guys! Alright, so west. And then this room. You've entered a power plant. The robot power is broadcast from these units. Shut it down. Alright, well, I don't know how likely it was for the robots to attack us. I think if you failed your bluff when you entered the base, we would be fighting RAM operatives and probably combat robots. And I guess this is the room that you can shut off the combat robots. But we haven't had to do any of that, so that's nice. So it's all the way west to the next split. Security station, and then south. And I'm just going to have a quick look at my map. All the way south, and then west again. Alright. Oh no, rats! Space rats! There's nothing else for us to fight. There's no robots. There's no Jennies on the first floor, I don't think, because they can't climb ropes, last I heard. So we get rats. Well, it wouldn't be an RPG without having to clear out some rats for an introduction mission, right? Oh, whatever. It's fine. Alright, Kara, go kick some rats with your laser boots. Almost. Alec, your turn. Laser swords, activate. Excellent. Hey, we got fully healed from the rat battle. And you actually get the same amount of experience as always. Alright, keep going south. All the way to the split. Nothing to the east, if I remember correctly, but something to the west. And then the first door on the north. Some personal items have been strewn across the bedroom. Apparently nothing worth looking at, though. Unless... No. I was hoping someone left us some cash or something. Alright, where am I going next? So, that was one of these rooms, I guess. So, through the hallway, and then last door on the left, on the next hallway. Okay, I got my goal. Keep going west. Last door on the left. Or right. What number was that? That should have been number 11. Did I already get a number 11? Supposed to be a mother with some children. Didn't see any mothers and any children. Maybe I've done too much rescuing. I'm sure this is the room, isn't it? I mean, it could be that my, let's just quick battle against the rats, honestly. If that's all we're gonna fight now, it's just a joke. These guys can't poison us, they don't have any resistances, they don't have much HP or anything. It's dodges it? The rat dodges the needles? I'm just gonna check these rooms out, because I'm looking for the event. And apparently we're gonna get random combat now all the time. We speed up the emulator a little bit. Just because I know this has been a very long episode. Huh. Apparently, all we're gonna get is millions of rats. Good time for the music to ramp up. Deadly rat battles. Interesting. Well, I guess sometimes these old Clue books might not be perfect. If I keep trying... I think it's probably time to give up on this mother and her children. I don't like having to explore every single room like that. It takes too long. Alright, so anyway, forget about them. Maybe they escaped by now on their own. That room didn't seem to have it. So we're in this split. I want to go to room 14 at the end here, which looks like a pretty straight shot. Maybe I'll check the corridor at the end there. Maybe that's... Maybe this is the corridor that has the mum in it. I don't know. Now that we're on super speed, right? Gotta save those children. Oh, wait. Why would you do that, Kira? This is why you can't use quick battle. I mean, it's cool. It's nice to see the grenades, but it's what a waste of consumables on rats. I use quick battle to make battles quicker, not waste time with explosions. Using my precious consumables. Anyway, that was nothing. Stop using your precious grenades and shoot stuff. Looks like the rats have some sort of chance to dodge. Like they've got some extra chance to dodge bullets or something. I don't know, or needles at least. Like I'm seeing 0 damage. They must be immune to something. Not monosaurs anyway. A dining room with many half-eaten meals. To the north, I believe. Useful equipment. A jetpack? Awesome! Let's give that to Fella. He really wanted one, I remember from the comments. So, here you go. I think everyone's already got this stuff, so we'll just sell it. But, it's nice to know that if you wanted to save 20 credits, you could get some free protective goggles and breathing masks. Eventually, we'll want one of those for everybody. Alright, so that section should be done. Now, let's get to the split back here. There we go. Ah, the rat runs for it. You dirty rat. Alright. Almost done in here. Well, I say that. I still have to go to this corner. So I'm here. We're going to go north, check that room. North, check that room. And then those. And then this, and then down there. This is such a huge base. I do have to applaud the game for having such large dungeons, but man, does it take a while to clear these out. This is the personal director's office. Searching the files reveals that the laser research team was reassigned to Gradivis Mons. Good, that's no experience. Alright, so then it's just north and then east. Administrator. The rats are almost more annoying than the Jennies, honestly. Just because I don't respect them. Alright, this room. In the head administrator's office, you notice a holo terminal whose screen is tinted red. It reads, Code Red Evacuation. No personnel expected. Biohazard on lower levels. Relocate to Gradivis Mons. If you didn't think you needed to go to Gradivis Mons, you definitely need to now. Okay, check my map. To the west, check out the first room, and then keep heading west. Working medical office. Oh. Nah, that's fine. That's cool. So if you didn't have a healer, a bunch of people were poisoned or something, that gives you a chance to heal up. Services, further west. Communication, it's the room at the end I'm looking for, just to save some time. The communication gear is automatically transmitting. EB3 now in quarantine. All personnel evacuating. Can't even change it. Okay, and then we're heading south to the hallway, and then checking one of the rooms on the left. This one? Class B housing. One of these. Maybe we've already seen the event. I don't know. I thought it was one of those, though. Let me look at the map a little bit more zoomed in. Yeah, it was definitely one of those rooms. So 12 is, a child left a note, and apparently it's in the wrong place or something. It's fine. So then what am I doing down here? I'm going all the way down, and then east. More rats. Ah, rats. We're gonna run out of needles, though, pretty soon. Alright, east. Past the initial elevator we went down. And check out one of these rooms, I think. Maybe? No? Huh. Oh, I guess 15 is just... Oh, it's the same as what's on the other side by the elevator, so it's just a one-time event. We already rescued the poisoned workers, and although there's 2 rooms with poisoned workers, you can only get the event once, I guess. Alright, well, I think that's probably about it for this dungeon. Hour and 14 minutes in, and it's still going to take us 10 minutes to get out of here. Alright, so it's west. And then that's the elevator. And then north to get out. We're going to go all the way north. And then we're going to head to the evacuation. Alright, let's get out of here. So this was with, like, a walkthrough map and pretty powerful characters. Imagine how long it would have taken to manually explore this area back in the day. Like, it took me over an hour, even already having done it once and having a good map. Man, this is this would have been a chore back in the day. Because the battles aren't particularly difficult. I think this is the one. Oh, Bay 4. Maybe I missed it. The evacuation ship should be to the east. We're almost there. Oh, yay! Hey, there's the one the kids want. Airlock 3. An escape ship is here. A pilot states, this is a relief ship for the kids. Alright. The kids thank you. The Jennies are loaded. Jim's grandfather waves goodbye. The rabbits are loaded. They launch safely away. I do feel like I may have missed 1 or 2, because there was like a mum and her children hiding somewhere. And they weren't where they were supposed to be on my map. So if you were thorougher, you may have rescued even more people. But I feel like we did a good job. We even saved the freaking rabbits. And we gained some experience for it. I assume probably more experience for every group you save. I mean, that's usually how the games do it, right? So our ship was in number 2, I think, which is this one? Nope. This is number 1, so maybe just a little bit further. Hey, there we go. Do you want to be healed? No, we're in good shape. That uses medical supplies, actually, to heal up. Screaming past a small asteroid, your sensors alert you to a pirate cruiser lurking in the asteroid shadow. Before you can react, the ship fires. Explosions rock the ship and the emergency lighting system kicks in. Ace Starseeker radios that the engines are down and the weapon power links have been damaged. The ship looms closer and extends a boarding tube. What do? You wait until the next episode to find out more. Haha! Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed thus far our adventures on Ceres Asteroid Base. Next time, if you paid attention, one of the logs did mention that a pirate cruiser was heading towards Ceres Base to kill any survivors, I believe, or something like that. Seems like that's what they want to do anyway. Sorry for the cliffhanger. See you next time, guys. Have a great day.